boom, boom. Then we had Flex, Time to Have Sex by Mad Cobra. Shout out to him. We had Pink, Cookies in a Plastic Bag. Remember that by LL?
Wow.
And then we had the obvious one. We had Salt and Pepper. Let's talk about sex. Let's talk about sex, baby. Talk about you and
me. Yeah.
So we had those, I had to kind of think about it, but in the mix of all the other hip hop culture that we were in, we definitely had these conversations weaved in there a little bit about, as far as music, about sex as we were coming up.
Yeah, and OPP,
Oh man, I forgot about that. OPP, Other People's Property, Naughty by Nature.
Naughty by Nature. Going back to last week's episode when we looked at School Days, the butt.
Oh yeah, but
So you're right. Sex was an important, act and conversation that we definitely addressed in hip hop. My mom sat down and had an official talk with me. I remember, her having condoms and banana at the kitchen table. This is how you do it. Like, get the air out. Make, now you do it. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. I mean, we was about that. We was about getting peace, man. Definitely. It was for, a lot of masculinity around that, man. Getting some ass, man, for sure.
Yeah, it was definitely something that was top of mind for everybody. I went back and thought about what were my actual views about sex. I don't know if I had necessarily a viewpoint, but now looking back, I feel like it was more of a sport.
Damn.
At the time, it was like it was an activity. I mean, obviously it's an activity, but it was just like the casualness of it was kind of sporting. I would
well, say. Are you talking about the sport of how many, how many bodies you could catch? Like catching bodies? Like how many numbers? The numbers, or the sport of performance with the one you were with?
Yeah, a little bit of both, Scott. The number and also the performance, but also kind of the casualness of it. It's like when you play sports, you could be on the court with somebody and you all playing the game, but you're not really cool with that person. You know what I mean? Think about this. So we got this, The Last Dance that's coming out about the Bulls, their last seasons or whatever. This first two, I watched the first two, but this season they're going to really talk about Dennis Rodman, I heard. And I've read several times that he was saying that him and Michael Jordan had zero relationship off the court.
That's right. Him, Michael, and Scotty. Yeah, they didn't.
They didn't rock at all. So relaying it back, it's like back then I felt like you could have sex with someone, but there was no real relationship there. It was just something that was done, and then you keep it moving.
I remember a time in college. So mind you, I lost my virginity in the spring of '89. That was my graduating year, and of high school. And then I think, going off to college, definitely culture shock, seeing all of those women in one place. It was just like, what is happening, right? Like, I probably was the classic goofy freshman trying to talk to everything that passed. But I remember either somebody, I think an older cat told me, it was like, look, you got to chill out, bro. Like, you'll fare better by just chilling. Just chill, man. Don't try to talk to every girl. Don't try to pull on every girl's elbow or arm or.
Oh, you were doing that?
I'm sure, man. I'm sure. I got to college and thought, yeah. Okay. But it didn't help my game. I think what helped was really just like kind of falling back and just being cool and almost to a point of acting like they didn't exist. Like, they ain't that important. And then that's when you know, I had a few more experiences in college, but I remember trying to have some numbers, but that didn't work out. It became, I fell into quite the opposite of what you're talking about, man. Let me get to know them. Let me be the guy that's not just trying to bag bodies out here.
Yeah, yeah.
You know,
that's interesting.
So my numbers were, I think, compared to a lot of my college buddies, and I'm not gonna say any names. You know who you are. My numbers were low, brother. I got low numbers out here. Okay. Low.
Wow.
Compared to.
So maybe compared to these other Gen Xers that they're talking about out here who were promiscuous. So when I think of somebody being promiscuous, I don't think about it in like the final act only necessarily. I think about everything leading up to it, the kissing, you know, the fondling, whatever, all of it, just being active. Were you active and just not, you know, the final stage didn't happen, but you were out there active, or how did that look?
Quality over quantity every time, dog. You know what I mean? For me. So I probably could have been, but I wasn't here for it. Like I wasn't, like I'm so, like I know I'm the guy. Like I go around a lot of my college folks now, and I'm not the awkward one in the room that's like, oh, I bagged her. And nope. I don't have any of those. I have none of those stories. None of them. I can go around my college people right now, and there ain't no stories about like 5 or 6 women in the room that I had intercourse with. I don't have that.
Okay.
My shit is low key, you know, off the radar.